Hello, hello. Hello, my friends. It's Monday, 11 o'clock, and here I am, and I am with you. And I want to start this week because this is our last week in this series, What Matters Now. And I want to make each day count. So today I want to speak about something that's really, really important, and we may have forgotten about it. What What does it mean to you to have freedom? Don't you think that freedom is inborn, that it's a right, that it's what we are naturally desire, freedom? I mean, we do have free will. God has given us free will. And yet, we are in, we live in a country that has so much freedom or so little freedom. And yet, it looks like even in the countries where you have a lot of freedom, we are slowly giving away more and more freedom. And it's, it seems, it doesn't seem to be obvious at first. And yet, when you really think about it, for example, those of us who are not spring chicken anymore, those of us who have been born maybe 50 or 60 years ago, we do remember a time when there were very little restrictions, right? And actually, you went outside. You would live outside much more than inside. To be out and do things outside was not only natural, but to be called inside, to have to stay inside, was punishment, right? And I believe there is a part of us that may feel this again right now. We are ordered to be inside, and it feels like punishment. But there is so much more to it. Now we are also manipulated with fear. We are manipulated with fear, not so much to take better care of ourselves, but to buy into what big companies want us to buy into. More medication, vaccinations, being monitored. There may come a time when they want to put chips into under our skin so that we can be monitored at all times. We are already monitored. And we have already given so much freedom away because we have shared so much of our personal information. And we are all connected to the World Wide Web through our electronic devices. So to have that opportunity to be connected anywhere in the world with whoever, with anybody, means that we need to give up that part of us that stays private. So we have given up a lot of our freedoms already. But there is more to that as well, because what came to me in this being locked away is also, what do we really need? For example, I only came with the suitcase, and as you know by now, I'm not home. I'm in a hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And there's a lockdown, so here I am. And it brought a lot of things to my awareness. I have a limited amount of clothes, I have a limited amount of everything. And definitely no designer clothes, definitely nothing that is flashy or super elegant. And even though there are times where I need this, when I think about my wardrobe and what I have and all of the things I have at home, I must say that it feels like an overabundance. And what I experience here is that you need so little, really, to be comfortable. At home, we have 4 bedrooms and so many bathrooms, and it's a big place. And here now, I am confined into a 2 bedroom, one room where everything happens, the cooking and the sitting and everything. For going on to next month would be the 3rd month, and it's fine. It's great in a way to have that experience. But there is something that I also experience, and that is what I miss terribly is my ability to walk my beach, to walk the beach that I live on in the Bahamas, to go into the ocean, the freedom to be in open space. And I believe we all have that desire to have free space, open space, where we can explore, where we can do whatever we love to do, whether it's exercising and running and bicycling and whatnot. In some areas, you can still do this now, but it's all controlled. It's all controlled. So this is what I really wanted to bring to your awareness today, because giving away your freedom happens more and more on the outer, but it is also happening on the inner. Your freedom to know that you are independent, that you can take care of your body, that your body is a marvelous and a miracle of self generating and self what is the word, not self-controlling, but self-organizing universe. And when you give it the right building blocks, it will self regenerate, it will self organize, and it will be the perfect vehicle to experience what you came here to experience in your lifetime. But what are so many of us doing? They are looking, and we are bombarded with marketing of that we need to have this medication and the other medication and the next medication, and we are already over medicated. Why? Why are we doing this? Is it because we are so afraid of death, so afraid of disease? So if we are so afraid of it, why don't we do something about it that we have control over? Our own body, our strengthening our immune system, strengthening our resilience, our mind, our taking control of our emotions, taking the greatest gift that we have, and that is choosing how we want to feel. Sometimes you cannot choose outer circumstances, but you can choose what to do with it, how to feel. And that's where freedom really, really comes from. That's where freedom is born inside of you. This morning, I have been thinking about what really, who am I? Not just as a woman, as a human being in this lifetime, in my circumstance and situation, but who am I? What is my essence? What is my passion? What is my what was I born with? And what came to mind were actually thoroughbred horses, Arabian horses. Well, I always, when I was a child, and nobody in my family had any love or desire to be with horses, but I always had. And I was the only one who did not only horseback riding, but dressage and jumping, and especially running free with my horse in the forest and across meadows. So the desire to be free, the desire to roam in open spaces, is part of my makeup, part of my who I am. I love grace, and I love joy and openness and sharing. And I'm a trusting person. So even though I am wild in a way, because we all are, we have our animal instincts, our primal instincts. So there is that wildness within us. And yet, we can be tamed, but not by force, but by trust. By trust, just like a horse, a wild horse that needs to be tamed, not by force, unless you break its spirit, and then it is not the horse that you really want to have anymore with the broken spirit. No, you can keep your free spirit, but um, be trusting and be trustworthy and have trust in others as well. So I believe that freedom, and that's a very sophisticated way of looking at things, don't you think so? And my mission for this new era is really to bring more sophistication into the lives of the people who want to be in my tribe. And what does it mean? It doesn't mean expensive clothes and being wealthy. No, sophistication means that I know who I am. I don't need to go with the herd, with the crowd. I think separately. I I weigh what feels right to me. I only accept the highest and the best good for myself, and I want to share that, and I expect that for others as well. Sophistication is also not being all over the place, knowing what you really care for, what is really important for you. It's almost like minimalizing what you really, what is really true for you, and focusing on that rather than being scattered all over and being a follower of many. Follow yourself first, and then build a trusted tribe around you, so that you can help each other to grow and to move forward and to decipher, to find out where you are manipulated and how to stop the manipulation. So we are already over time again. Oh, hello, Cynthia. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. A beautiful woman, one that I admire, a spirited woman. We will talk more, Cynthia. So this is my message for you for today. Where are you giving away your freedom? Where are you giving away your freedom? Think about it. This is all for me and for you that I have to share today. I see you again tomorrow at 11 o'clock, where we may continue on this theme and go a little bit deeper. All of my love to you. Make it a beautiful day. Make it your day, not somebody else's. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself first, and then share that love with the world. Bye bye for now.